From using excessive force to bending the rules for personal gain, these corrupt cops thought they could act without consequence. But thanks to body cam footage, the truth is out there for everyone to see, leading to shocking moments of accountability. On the 31st of July 2024, YouTube channel 4-State Audit posted a video of his interaction with rookie Officer Blevin. The auditor was just walking around, minding his own business, when he was confronted by the officer, and the situation only escalated from there.
You're on the closed business lot. You're standing on it.
This is the pub. No, I'm not giving you my ID. You're going to take me to jail before you get my ID.
You're on a closed business.
I'm on public easement right here. You see the... Do you not see how this is a public easement right here?
Do you see how you're inside the light pole?
Do you see how I don't care what you're saying right now? You're either going to take me to jail, I'm not giving you my ID. Yeah, so I'm not breaking the law. This is public easement.
Cop, not knowing the difference between private property and public easement, is straight up disgraceful. Such officers should not be in any such position and should be discharged, as they clearly do not take their job seriously.
Walking the wrong side of the roadway, correct?
You're wanting to take me to jail for taking two. First you say it was because I was trespassing. Okay. It's all because I'm recording. Huh?
I said that. I don't know.
No, he did say that. Yeah.
Listen, man, we've had a lot of people killed in the past couple months because of
With the camera?
violations.
With the camera?
I don't give a shit about your camera.
Oh, well, I don't give a shit about what you're talking about.
Okay, well, we are trying to help people so that they don't get hit by
Well,
vehicles.
you don't act like it.
An ID yourself now that I told you multiple times why I stopped you.
No.
Okay, do me a favor, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Yep.
The funniest part of this whole incident is that the officer kept on changing the charge he'd put on the auditor until he finally settled on walking against traffic. These officers are way too comfortable doing illegal stuff and getting away with it, and this shows.
Hi.
Okay,
Oh,
I
let me
refused to sign the ticket.
Huh?
I refused to sign the ticket, so there's no charge against you.
Oh, there was no charge?
It's all that. It's all
Oh,
that.
can I get some... Can I...
The officer gave you the ticket.
Okay.
That's all they need to give you.
And then what about my discovery?
There's no discovery if there's no ticket, so there's no charge.
4-State was arrested and filed a complaint against the officer, but the official punishment that Officer Blevins received is unknown, as the appropriate action had been taken based on the police findings and nothing more was disclosed. In this next case, the punishment for these cops was made public.
Get out of here. If I see you get that, you're being arrested. So you better hide somewhere.
On August 12, 2024, a lady named Caitlin looked out her window and saw an interaction between Officers Austin, James, and Dominic of the Manchester Police Department with a homeless man named Gary.
Yeah, well, Gary, I might be taking you to jail right now.
That's what I hear.
Here, give me one reason why I should take you to jail.
And you know who I'm going to see tomorrow?
I don't give a hold on. You don't care about the
tomorrow?
You don't care about the Don't play your kids. Don't play your kids. You don't. Because you'd much rather shoot up in the alleyway than be a fucking parents. No, I wouldn't. No, you're not. Yes, I am.
Here, I'm not gonna lie to you. You know how many times a day we protest you? You won't see me again. Oh, Gary, I swear to God.
Jared, I guarantee I'll bet $100 on my paycheck. I'm going to see you tomorrow.
You see me in the morning.
While I'm not going to defend Gary for public defecation, but the officers are clearly familiar with him, and constantly mistreating him certainly isn't the way I expect the job to be done by any righteous officers of the law.
Why are you talking to me? Oh, put it in the trash. Oh, yeah, so someone else can get jabbed by your disgusting shit.
It's not mine. I swear to God that one was not mine.
Here, you will leave for Carolyn. Here, you don't care about your kids. You don't. Dude, I don't care about your kids. You can hold up right now. I'm not shooting up in a fucking bus.
You're gonna get Laconia, you promise?
Where's the deal captures? Here, I won't take you to jail if you can find me the deal captures.
Right there.
Oh, Gary, your foot,
Left.
your foot.
Right there. Oh, corner cold. Punch. There.
Oh, there we go.
Humiliating Gary is absolutely not the way to handle this situation. These cops think just because he's homeless and has no protection that they can do whatever they want. Well, they're about to be proven wrong.
Sorry, I dropped all your heroin. My finger slipped.
Gary. Shoelace Express. Get out of here.
If I see you get that, you're being arrested. So you better hide somewhere.
Honestly,
That's not right. Jared, we're about to play a game of manhunt. I'm gonna give you a 20-minute head start, and if I see you again, you're going to jail.
1 Mississippi.
2. We won't
run
look.
away from you.
2 Mississippi.
We're not gonna look. 4. Start counting.
5 Mississippi.
Oh!
6.
1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. Derek.
This is just a sadistic game for them. These officers should be ashamed, and serious punishment is due. If not discharged, at least heavily reprimanded to some extent.
It's unbelievable.
Dude, well, he's like squatting in the alley. We're like,
Dude, no, we drive by and he goes like this. He goes. Imagine you had to watch people take shits outside of your window every day. Imagine. Hey, folks. That'd be unbelievable. Sorry, someone was trying to poop on the side of your building.
It happens.
Yeah.
we're just trying to get it to stop.
The counting was a little weird.
We were giving him a head start before we find him and arrest him.
Yeah, but making it a game was kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh, alright.
Luckily, this footage was eventually reviewed by the Manchester police chief, and these officers did not get away unpunished. Officer James McCoy received a written reprimand for using a police cruiser's public address system to make childish comments. Officer Dominic Sardo received a 4-day suspension, with 2 of those days held in abeyance. Officer Austin Beery received a 2-day suspension. While in this case, the officers didn't get physical with anyone, the cops in this next case didn't even stop there.
If I threw, let me ask you this. If I threw a cigarette butt right in front of you right now, would you go hands-on with me?
On 15th of November 2023, YouTube channel The Random Patriot posted a video where he went to Hot Springs Police Department where he was confronted by Sergeant Brown. The officer was hostile and escalated the situation much further than needed.
Nope. Oh, no, I'm good. Is the police station open?
No, it's not. It's a holiday.
It is. That's how everything else was. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What are you guys up to?
Where's your straps? Calls for service.
Just hanging?
Where's your straps? We don't wear them all.
Yeah, but
Officer First Class Corporal.
Nice.
Okay. We just seen you guys film, so which is your right.
Yeah,
We're
Oh, yeah.
talk to you, make sure everything's
Oh, yeah, we're cool. Yeah,
We're taking calls at the police, talking to people making reports. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
if you're
We're just
coming on
enjoying
Monday,
our
you
day.
can come inside and stuff. You don't
Yeah, I didn't realize. I was thinking they were going to be closed Monday, not today. So we came up today to hang out, and everything's closed.
Yeah, if you come up on Monday, it'll be open up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.
Looking at how respectful these officers are, you wouldn't be able to guess just how egotistic and narcissistic their sergeant would be. It's always the cops in higher positions enabling or responsible for the acts that defame law enforcement.
I just thought of something I wanted to ask you. If you got a minute, if you're busy, I can come back.
what's up?
So, the Halloween incident with the trick-or-treating girls, whatever happened with all that? Is there charges being pressed against them still?
I don't know.
You don't know anything about that? Were you involved in that at all?
I was, yes.
You showed up? What do you think about it? You think Lieutenant May was in the right for escalating it to that level?
So getting physical with a minor is permissible? These cops really need to give straight answers because complacence with such a disgusting abuse of power is outright abhorrent.
I think Lieutenant May was in the wrong. I'm not saying I think everyone else that showed up was in the wrong. They were doing their jobs, but I do think he was in the wrong. What do you think about it?
I mean, we were just doing our jobs.
Do you think he was in the right? Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Would you have done it the same way?
I couldn't say. I mean, I wasn't in that situation, so I couldn't.
You've seen the video. You should know whether, if someone shows me a job site I've not been on, I'll tell you what I would have done or not would have done. So what would you have done on that job site?
I mean, he encountered somebody that broke the law, and he dealt with the situation. So, I mean, that's all.
So you think if someone's littering, it's okay to escalate it to violence?
I mean, if you have a non-compliant suspect.
It's very clear that the cops are avoiding answering the question head-on for a reason. I can assure you that we will understand why when their sergeant begins interfering for no rhyme or reason.
So do you think it's okay to go hands-on with someone for littering, even if they don't like the fact that they got caught littering? That it's okay to escalate it with a minor to violence? He immediately grabbed out, and the girl was actually apologizing to him and saying she would pick it up, and he threw her out of the way. And then that's when it escalated with the other girls because he immediately goes hands-on with a minor over a Red Bull can on Halloween. You ever TP a house when you were a kid?
No, I can't say that I did.
Any of your friends do that or anything? I'm not saying I did either.
Yeah, I think
it's just a general question.
A couple of my friends probably did.
You think they should have got beat up for it?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm not trying to put you in a corner. I'm literally just asking you.
I mean,
the answer is no.
I mean, if they run into law enforcement,
the answer is no. You shouldn't think your friend should be beat up for TPing in a house. I think anyway. I'd be surprised if someone said yes.
Do these cops not realize how big of an offense it is when a cop gets physical with a minor over littering? She is not a thief or a murderer, for God's sake.
Right, that is exactly.
Well, he's not my lieutenant, so
He's still at range.
doesn't matter.
We're just hanging out.
Yep. Do you guys think it's okay to go hands-on with someone for littering? If I threw, let me ask you this. If I threw a cigarette butt right in front of you right now, would you go hands-on with me?
It's all going to depend on the situation.
Well, in this situation.
What are we doing right now?
No idea. They came up and talked to us first.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We asked if he was busy.
Okay, if they're investigating or if they're doing something right now, by law, you're interfering in a governmental operation, so y'all need to...
Interfering is a physical act, so asking him a question is not interfering. And
the sergeant avoided the question and instead changed the subject by talking about the other units there. As far as I can remember, the conversation was cordial until he began interfering, but he doesn't seem keen on keeping the nature of the conversation that way.
If units are here in the parking lot, then they're taking care of an official business.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, then we don't need to be right here where they're taking care of the business.
Well, we asked them and they said they would talk.
Sir, I think you're coming up and you don't know what the situation is, and you're assuming a lot of things right now.
I'm not assuming.
You absolutely are assuming, because you're assuming that I came up here and started bombarding them, and you didn't hear me ask permission and say, "What's up? Are you busy?" And he said, "No. What's going on?" And we talked.
How many units is in the parking lot?
That's irrelevant. There could be 10.
Such cops are evidence for me that common sense really isn't all that common. He's changing the conversation constantly just to gain an upper hand over the auditors, who really just want to have a normal conversation.
Let
me get out of y'all's way. Let me get out of your way.
We don't want to impede or anything. We just ask questions.
Yeah, honestly, you're escalating by assuming.
I'm not assuming.
You're assuming a lot of things. Everything you've said so far is an assumption that you've made without any information.
I can tell you straight up, we don't usually hang out here in the parking lot, so we're not just out here visiting. If we're here, we're on official police business.
Cool. Good. Cool. Okay.
Well, you assumed we were interfering with it.
You assumed we were interfering. You assumed that when they came up and talked to me is because they thought I was part of the call.
I love it when auditors school these uneducated cops. The fact that such people hold these positions show us just how problematic the system really is from the very core.
So back to my question, if I threw a cigarette down right now in front of everyone here, would you go hands-on with me? What would you do if I threw a cigarette butt down right now?
I know what this is in reference to.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just tell you like this. Each situation is going to be handled.
Okay, so I'm not talking about that situation. I'm talking about this situation. If I pulled a cigarette butt,
you would be asked to pick it up.
Okay, let's say I didn't pick it up. What happens?
It's still a Class A misdemeanor. You can still go to jail.
Finally, the auditor is successful in bringing the conversation back on track, despite the very obvious attempts of Sergeant Brown. He's really beginning to frustrate me with his attitude.
You seem uncomfortable answering my questions.
What's the Third Amendment to the Constitution?
As far as that, I don't recall right offhand.
And you sworn up to uphold the Constitution, did you not?
I am.
Okay. Would you look that up for the next time you go in and remember?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Can you quote me all of the 4th and the 5th Amendment or the 16th Amendment?
Not by word, but I can tell you what it's about.
I could do most of that, yeah, definitely. What's the 5 elements of the First Amendment? That's an easy.
So either this cop has too big of an ego to answer, or he doesn't even know the First Amendment. The very people enforcing the law don't know it themselves.
The acronym is RAPS, R-A-P-P-S.
I'm gonna get out. I'll make sure I'm out of the way.
APPS.
Conducting an
All right, I won't bother him.
Y'all need to move down.
We're good right here.
There.
I'm allowed to stand right here.
No, sir, you're not. You're going to have to move from where he's investigating this.
It's not impeding anything.
Sir, this is what I'm fixing to tell you. You're interfering with a governmental operation. If you do not move from right here, I'm not going to explain it to you any
Do you have
further.
a lieutenant? Interfering is a physical act.
You need to move. You don't know the statute.
Wow, so if a person wishes to exercise their rights as a citizen, you're just going to break their property? Assault them? Only a cop can get away with such an act in the country we live in. If me or you committed that crime, we'd be in jail this very moment.
That is assault.
I got it.
That is
You need to move.
Brother, give me my phone and I'm leaving. Give me my phone.
Yeah, you're fixing to move.
Okay, give me my phone and I'll...
You back up and I will give you your phone.
Give me my phone and I'll leave.
Back up.
He just assaulted him in front of you.
Back
You're going to do
up.
something
Or
about
you're
it?
going to jail.
He didn't assault him.
Brother, give me my phone.
Do you know what
So you escalated it to violence, just like I said you would.
The reason I did, if you will read the statute, you're interfering.
You don't need to read the statute. It's a physical act. It's a physical act. You just screwed up, brother.
It does not have to be
You
physical.
just screwed up. You're getting a complaint on your record.
Okay, that's fine.
Go ahead.
Complaints. You
But
guys
if
have the
you-
right to complain. Come on, Sergeant. They're
You
just trying
screwed
to
up,
make
brother.
they're baiting us. They're baiting us.
Absolutely no control on his anger or emotions in general. Pathetic. This case is on camera. Imagine how he treats other citizens who don't have evidence of his wrongdoings.
Spaces in front of
You just screwed up, man.
If you're gonna rightfully,
We're going to stay on the sidewalk.
get somewhere you can lawfully record.
We'll stay on the sidewalk. I don't want to hear.
I can lawfully record right here. Thank you, Captain. I'm very sorry.
Look, we're not interfering. We're not going to say anything to anybody. We're going to stand here and we're going to be quiet.
You just let your ego get ahead of you, man.
I'm going to stay at.
Sergeant M. Brown, what's your badge number, please?
My badge number is 16.
16.
And if you will read the statute, it does not have to be physical.
It
can be verbal.
No, it can't.
You don't know the law.
I do know it. I know it better than you. You don't even know the First Amendment, brother.
Yeah, he screwed up real bad. Good riddance to bad rubbish. We don't need such incompetent cops on the force.
I was like, me and them were having a really cool conversation, being really polite. There was no anything until he came up. The sergeant came up and was the worst one on scene was the sergeant.
I said if they're here, they're doing an official investigation. You need to be back
Do you have a complaint form on you? Can I do it right now?
You can do a complaint.
Can I do it right now?
Normally, this is what I do.
Could you get me one, man? Like, I'm asking you, please. Yes, please.
It may be something that has to be done Monday, or when a lieutenant's on duty. I don't believe that there's a lieutenant.
There's not a lieutenant on duty that you could call for me?
There's not. Our lieutenant leaves at 2 o'clock, and the last one left at 3.
At least his inferiors are helpful and respectful in their demeanor. Sergeant Brown could learn a thing or two from those working under him.
You just broke my... He broke my property, by the way.
I can do it. I got it on video.
Yeah.
Get it. That was assault.
That's assault.
No water clutching is assault. And you, Corporal, you're scared to do anything to your sergeant.
Yeah. You need to stand up and do what's right, brother. Don't just go along with it because he's your sergeant. That's a good point.
Finally, after several pleas, a lieutenant shows up. It's so hard to hold cops accountable, and the unavailability of competent superiors certainly doesn't help.
What can I do for you? Hey, how are you? Justin. Lieutenant Patrick, you as well.
I'm not here to start anything. We were literally here talking to a couple police officers who came up to us first. I came back to talk to them, asked them politely if you're busy. Yeah, said if you're busy, I'll come back. When you're not, he said, no, what's up? So me and him were having just a normal conversation, and then Sergeant, I already forgot his name because he came up and started escalating with me immediately, saying I was interfering and I don't need to be talking to him. And I told him he was assuming things, and he immediately gets in my face, grabs my phone out of my hand, breaks this in half.
At least the lieutenant is willing to listen to the auditors with an open mind. Seems to me like this sergeant is the only bad egg on the force. Unfortunately, these cops are the ones who make headlines.
And he was just, from what he told me, that he just asked you guys, don't interrupt their official business. Don't interrupt me. I'm just talking. Okay. But anyway, he just said that they were trying to do official business, and by you guys being up in their business, he just asked you to step away from them while they do their official business.
Did immediately.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, then he took my phone and broke it, and got in my face and threatened to arrest if I don't leave the premises.
Yeah, threatened to arrest us both.
I mean, I don't know what transpired to provoke that either way.
Obvious breakage of equipment here.
My stuff's broken, and we got it on film.
Yeah, I mean, we're on film. You guys are on film just as well. We have our body cameras, and we film the same thing.
I have no idea why the lieutenant is struggling so much to justify his sergeant's actions. Police officers refuse to take accountability, and it increasingly frustrates me with each and every case I take.
No, what I'm saying is there's two sides to every story, right? So
it's pretty obvious what happened. I got broken material in my pocket.
Well, but you're telling me what happened. He's telling me a different.
The corporal probably already. What did the corporal tell you?
Are you listening to me?
I am, but I already know what you're saying. You're taking his side. All you have is his side and my side, so you're not going to take a stance on it. Is what you're saying, right? You got two sides, and you don't know what to believe, so you're going to believe your sergeant.
No, you have a video, and he has a video. I'd like to go look at both of those.
I'd like to file a complaint on him, please.
For
assault?
Come on.
And battery?
Yeah.
Really? I have broken. Bro.
He reached out.
Right. I think, don't you think that's a little.
No, I do.
So if an average citizen wants to file a complaint against a cop who's just assaulted him, you laugh? This is disgusting behavior from the lieutenant. Everything's forgiven if you wear the badge, according to them.
I don't appreciate you calling us trash.
Well, I don't appreciate being assaulted and you're laughing at me about it.
Nobody.
I came up here, dude, and those
What time did anybody laugh?
You just did. I have it on camera too. Do you want to watch you laughing? Do you want to watch you laughing?
You were saying that you
did
were
he laugh?
assaulted.
Yeah.
So now we got two on two. Yes, you did laugh. I have it on film. Do you want to watch you laughing at me saying I was assaulted?
Did you find it?
Well, it's going to take a minute.
I got time.
Because I don't know how to fast forward.
Dude, we were having a very good conversation. Very positive. Nobody was like mad that I was talking to them. It was a fine conversation.
Lieutenant Patrick, instead of focusing on the situation at hand, is diverting focus to the auditor calling the station trash. These tactics don't usually work, and he should know that.
And no one's even getting in his face. Like, we are backing up doing what he's saying, and then he still grabs my phone out of my hand and breaks it because I'm not leaving the entire premises. I don't have to leave the entire premises. I don't. Well, that's what he broke my phone over and threatened arrest on me for. That's illegal too. You can't threaten arrest for something that's not illegal. You can't go around saying, I'm going to arrest you if you don't leave here.
You can, but
yes,
you won't hold up in court.
No, you can't.
It's private property. If he said
this isn't private property.
No, I'm saying they can't. You said they can't say that. Yes, they can.
If it's private, that's not this circumstance. That's not this circumstance. This circumstance is public. This is public property.
Well, now, finally, he has taken out the footage of the incident. Maybe now the lieutenant will be able to make sense of the situation, assuming he wants to, because you never know with cops.
How's this actually operate?
So you hold it like this, and that attaches right there.
Oh,
see
okay.
that's broken?
That is broken, yes. I do see that is broken.
I'm not going to pretend it was $100 or anything. It was literally $15 at Walmart. Yeah. If I could get my money to replace that in an apology, I would love to shake his hand and just be out of here.
No complaints with A.
That's entirely up to Sergeant Brown if he would like to do that. I mean, I think that we all learned a little bit from this incident, and I think we can all be a little bit better in how we do it. Like I discussed with you about.
Yes, sir.
You know, letting somebody disengage and not trying to re-engage and try to make them look bad in front of folks. I could see. I took it as that, and I was not a part of it. And I took it as you were just trying to be confrontational and show him that you knew more than he did and was just trying to embarrass him.
I asked him the easiest question there is to the Constitution. Literally, if I wanted to find out, hold on, let me finish real quick. If I wanted to stump him, I would have asked him a way harder question. Trust me, I know plenty. I asked him literally the easiest one I could think of, and I can show you other videos of me doing this and cops knowing it, and I post it, and it's awesome because I love them to know it. I want you to know the First Amendment. I need you to know the First Amendment. I do not expect you not to know it. I expect you to know it. So when I ask you it, I'm expecting you to answer me, just like other cops do.
It is so disappointing to see enforcers of the law not know what the law is. How the hell do we expect such people to defend our rights when they don't even have sufficient knowledge regarding them?
Okay, but the way you went about it
was
very confrontational.
I won't argue with that. You're right.
It wasn't like, hey, let me help you out.
But I will say, you're right. I'm not going to argue with that. But before that, it was me and the other cops were having a really good conversation.
You were, I saw that.
And then he came and escalated it by assuming a bunch of things he didn't know. And then now me and him are kind of having a not so good conversation. And that's where that tone came from, because he came in with a bunch of assumptions that he had no idea about, that I was bombarding those cops and I wouldn't leave them alone, when literally you saw me ask if you're busy or not, and I'll come back if you are.
I did see that.
And so he assumed a bunch of stuff, and now me and him are arguing because he's assuming stuff, and I'm still trying to give him an easy question.
Okay, now Sergeant Brown wants to take care of that. That is entirely up to you all. If you want to press anything further, you are more than welcome to as well. Okay?
Well, an apology and a handshake's good for me.
I don't do many handshakes. I'll do a fist bump or something. But as far as what I was trying to explain to you, interfering with a governmental operation is not always physical. It can be refusing to comply with a lawful command.
And that wasn't a lawful command.
He was talking about when he asked you to get off the sidewalk and get out in front of the doors.
That wasn't a lawful command for me to get off the public. Is this public property right here? I was well away from everything that was happening.
I'm just trying to explain to you what he's
well, he needs to just be more chill with the public and not try to force your authority over everybody because they said something you didn't like.
The way the sergeant still tries to justify his own actions after the auditors are willing to end the situation peacefully shows that he feels no remorse over his actions whatsoever.
No, whenever he came up to me, he is the one that escalated everything. Why aren't you telling him, hey, when you talk to the public, you could say it a lot nicer, you could do this, you could do that. You're not doing any of that. You're doing it to me.
He was just fixing
to your professional sergeant.
He was just fixing to apologize, and then you told him how he should come at you, and that he should.
Well, no, he wanted to justify his actions before he apologized. So instead of apologizing, he started on a rant about how he was justified doing what he was doing, instead of just saying, sorry, brother.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Was he not?
Did
he not start a whole speech that had nothing to do with an apology?
Lieutenant, I'm not going to take up your time if he wants to file a formal complaint.
Sergeant Brown clearly has no interest in apologizing to them. Such cops really deserve to be kicked off the force. Their hubris is always their downfall, and I'm sure the same will go for this arrogant sergeant.
Dude, I'll even say sorry to you for making you look down.
But you always want to put in the last word. You don't want to listen to what I've got to say. So you can.
No, I want an apology. I don't want a speech from you. I want an apology, and I'll apologize right back. I don't want a speech first.
I apologize if I made you feel uncomfortable.
What about my equipment?
We will address that.
Do you apologize for breaking my equipment and getting in my face?
As far as being in the face, you had your camera within 12 inches or less.
You walked up to me. I didn't move, brother. You got in my face.
The auditor, who isn't even at fault, is willing to apologize, but the sergeant isn't? Well, that really sums up the issue in the police force today. They think they're better than the average citizen, and for loyal viewers of my channel, this isn't the first time they've seen a cop act like this.
Can I get a complaint for him?
Yes, hang by.
Thank you.
Just fill this out here, bring it back up here. Just leave this top part. This is what we'll fill out, but you'll need the top of the complaint and then fill out all your information. This is the affidavit part, okay?
10-4. All right. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Appreciate you. You guys have a good day.
Badge number 14.
14?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Well, man.
That was...
I came to just ask some questions about what happened on Halloween to those girls, and look what happened to me.
That escalated.
Sergeant Brown's disciplinary action will become a permanent matter of record within his personnel file, but due to the nature of the discipline, no further disclosures about it can be made. We can't be sure about whether Sergeant Brown was properly punished, but at least we have confirmation that he was reprimanded to a certain extent. These cops thought they could hide their corruption. However, their plans were completely thwarted and they were punished accordingly. If you think these cops were the worst, you'll be shocked to see these next tyrants. On October 26, 2015, an officer from the New Jersey Police Department arrived at a crash site. Upon arrival, he noticed something familiar, a cop car. Upon closer inspection, he realized something that left him stunned.
I am not strong. You okay? Yeah. I had a prostate surgery. Okay.
I'm on anesthesia right now. I'm trying to get home to Cinnamon.
Okay.
I will pay for her, you know, whatever has to do.
Okay. What happened? You get it from behind?
Like, I can't, I gotta get home.
Okay. All right, fair enough. I'm looking at you. She's okay. You all right? You want an ambulance or anything?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just want to get home.
All right. Fair enough.
Whatever wrongs with her car, I'll pay for it.
Okay. Not a big deal. We'll take care of it. We'll get you out of here quick. Going home?
Yeah.
All right.
I live in Cinnamon, so I'm going right home.
here. Okay. All right, let me go check on her. I'll be right with you. How you doing?
Not good.
You okay?
3-7-1-3-4, we're back in business.
This guy, he got out of the car, I told him shovel, his uniform's inside out. I got out of the car, he took me to pull, I'm like, are you going to call the cops or are you going to take care of this? He said, I'll take care of it. He goes, I'll take care of it. He goes, I'll give you my number.
So first, Sergeant Michael Roadside hits someone's car and then tries to protect himself by taking charge of the situation he was in no state to handle. What an absolute tyrant.
He said, I'll take care of it. He goes, I'll write you a check for $1,000. I said, are you a cop? He said, yeah, I'm a cop. I go, where's your uniform? His uniform's going inside out. He said, it's in the car. You want to see it? I go, where's your weapon? And he pulled his thing open like this to show me that he had his weapons on him.
Okay.
And this fell out of his pocket when he did it.
Okay.
And a magazine fell on the floor. And then I said to him, you get back in your car right now. My son-in-law, state trooper, get back in your car. You're scaring me. And then I got in my car. And
Okay. Let me get your, obviously, let me get your license, registration, insurance. We'll take a report. He's not going to take it. We'll take it.
So what happens if you have to drink it?
Well, I gotta get a supervisor on scene because they're the ones who gotta take too far action. I gotta get a supervisor on scene because they handle the too far action.
Oh, and also when I pulled, he was in the gas station. I was getting gas.
Oh, back there?
Yeah, he was in front of me.
He what?
He was in front of me.
Imagine the paranoia and fear that goes through you when a cop like that rear-ends you. And then to find a drunk cop with his clothes inside out offering to pay you money. This is just awful.
You want EMS to check you out at all? Are you hurt at all?
I don't think so. I think I'm just shooken up.
More shaken up than anything?
Yeah.
Okay. I wish, yeah, it's in the, trooper hit somebody from behind. I think he said his badge is 4828. Roadside, SFC Roadside. I'm trying to look it up now. Do you know? Well, that's the problem. It's got, I don't know if it's saliva or vomit on his shirt. Seems kind of out of it. Tells me he just had prostate cancer, so he's a little out of it from the anesthesia. He's trying to get home. The lady tells me she stopped. He hits her from behind. He gets out of the car. His shirt's inside out. She says, "You were the shirt was inside out. Like he took a shirt and put it inside out. The shirt was inside out. So she asked, "Are you a trooper? Are you a cop?" He says, "Yeah."
A cop drunk with their weapon on them is a felony. Keep in mind that the drunk cop was a sergeant, and it's not easy to get those positions. And Sergeant Michael treated it as if it meant nothing to him.
And he's little. So we're yeah, I'm gonna wait to see when Sarge gets here. I'll put all her info in. Yeah, you might have to. A little bit. Yeah, she supposedly, yeah, she remade phone calls.
Michael faced charges of having an open container, careless driving, and driving while intoxicated. He was arrested and suspended without pay. The sergeant was one of the worst cops I've seen, just like these next officers who pulled over a black man for no reason.
I want you to give me my ticket so I can go to my appointment and pick up my wife.
On August 30th, 2024, officers from the Broomfield Police Department pulled over a black man. The officers claimed that the man had drugs on him, which they knew because their detectives who had been following him had informed them. But as they were doing their investigation, something strange happened.
We have some reason to believe, sir, that there might be drugs in the car. So I'm going to ask you to step out. Okay. It has nothing to do with that. I had no idea your race until I got up here. I had no idea your race until I stopped you.
You stopped me for a 10.
Yep.
Now you're citing drugs.
Yeah. Maybe there's some...
I'm going to sue you.
Okay, go ahead and step out.
I'm not going to step out. I haven't committed a crime. I know the law. I'm very well informed of the law. I haven't committed a crime. I know the law. You initially pulled me over for a tag because I'm a black man in a Beamer. Now you're saying that I have drugs. I'm going to make you famous if you don't know it. I'm going to tell you. I'm a business owner. I deal with some of the biggest media conglomerates, platinum producers in the world.
Yeah?
I don't do drugs. I'm a business owner, bro.
Okay.
You're profiling me because I'm black and I'm in a Beamer. Now, if you
I'm about to burn them. If we don't have anything else, I'm about to burn.
The officer instantly claimed that he did not know about his race when he pulled him over, but that still doesn't eliminate the possibility of this being an incident of racial profiling.
Now, I've told you that I have no in the car. I've told you that I'm not getting out the car because I know the law. I haven't committed a crime. If you want to violate my rights further, I promise you, you're going to be famous.
And I'll tell you right now, I don't normally do this, but we have some detectives that were following you, and yeah.
Where'd they follow me from? Tell me.
Well, I don't have that information, but
I travel this road every day.
Okay.
My wife is a doctor in Boulder.
Okay, I'll get.
Are you gonna violate my rights? I just told you to call your supervisor. I'm late picking up my wife, bro.
And I can get information from other officers that tell me they have probable cause to do a sniff on your car.
Because I'm a black man in a Beamer.
I had no idea you were a black man until I stopped you.
I'm a black man in a Beamer.
Did not know with the tinted windows.
I don't care about whoever your supposed detectives are that follow me. Man, I travel this road daily, back and forth, multiple times. Yeah. My wife works in Boulder. If you violate my rights, I'm going to make a case against you, and I'm going to win. You're profiling me because I'm black.
The way the man spoke, it became clear that he had no illegal substances on him. But the officers were persistent on searching the car, and the extent to which they went for this is shocking.
You just happen to be black, and I just happen to be white.
You just happen to not be the first officer of white descent to call me a dealer because I'm in a Beamer. My family is rich. Okay. My family is rich. I don't have to sell drugs. We own construction companies, restaurants, entertainment businesses, houses, real estate, and all type of shit. I don't have to sell drugs, bro.
A lot of people that sell drugs get rich, and then they have these other shell companies that are shell companies.
You're going to violate my rights?
Well, we'll just stand by.
Call your supervisor.
Okay, we're working on that. If you have no drugs, a dog sniffing it will be a little.
Bro, you can bring your dog all you want. You're going to look stupid as f***, I promise you. Okay. And I'm a suit. I don't have to sell drugs, bro. My family richer than a motherfucker. I ain't got to sell nothing. I'm set for life. You about to find out. Watch. Racist. Pull me over for a tag. They said it was a tag. Now they're saying I'm a drug dealer.
It's insane how this stop went from being about the man's tag to him carrying drugs and finally to him being a drug dealer. The cop was blatantly racist because he knew there was no one to stop him.
The gig is up. I let him know that drug detectives were following him. So.
Okay. So you need to get out of the car.
Okay.
Sir? Excuse me, sir? The supervisor is on the way to talk to you. Okay, but I do need you to exit the vehicle now. I haven't committed a crime and I'm not getting out the car. You're not going to violate my rights. I know the rights. I understand. We got lots of lawyers. I appreciate that, sir. But I didn't even have to give him my information and I cooperated. If I was a drug dealer, why not run? Okay. If I was a drug dealer, why did I give him I know the law. I don't even have to give him my information. Well, you do. Because I haven't committed a crime, bro.
A supervisor is on the way, but you need to get out of that vehicle because if you don't, we're going to remove you from the vehicle and you'll be charged with a crime.
You'll be violating my rights and I'm going to see somebody.
And that's your choice as an American citizen. But we don't want to have to get that way. So if you get out of the vehicle, we don't have to use force. We don't have to.
Hey, look, I'm going to let him search, y'all. Watch this. I want all y'all badge numbers and here. I want you to check everything in here. I'm gonna open up the trunk for you too.
As if accusing the man was not enough, the officers decided to humiliate him as much as they could. Just look at what they did next.
Your dog, he smelled narcotics. He indicated. Watch this. Hey, look, hold on. I'm gonna show you something too. Hold on. I have the right to talk as well. Sure. Do you know where I was headed? This is where I was headed. My wife is a chiropractic doctor. I have a chiropractic appointment and to pick up my wife, and you just made me late for it because I'm a dealer. Now I'm gonna get back to recording.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now I'm gonna get back to recording your racist.
My apologies, you're losing your appointment there.
Your dog getting hit on my car. I know the cop tricks because I got a brother that's a cop. Your cop getting hit, your dog getting hit on. And when you don't find nothing, just make sure you show up and say it in court. Trust me, I got you.
You know what's worse than a tyrant cop? A tyrant cop who pretends to be nice. I mean, if they wanted to be tyrants, at least they should have embraced it, but they were too cowardly to do that.
I'm gonna make you famous.
Sir, you can sit back in the vehicle. You want to wait out here for the supervisor or you want to wait in the vehicle?
I want you to give me my ticket so I can go to my appointment and pick up my wife.
You don't want to
Man, you've already disrespected. You just lied. He just lied and said that his dog hit on my car. Did you find any drugs, sir?
No, sir.
I know you didn't. Because I'm not no dick. Man, give me my ticket.
Okay, if you want to take a seat back in the vehicle.
You are going to give him a ticket?
Yeah. Take this crap. I don't know. Give him a ticket? I didn't call him on it? I'm not.
It's up to you. It's your discretion. I'll go ask him to see if he still wants a supervisor, but...
Yeah, go ask him. Yeah. It seems like you got on it.
We're getting there. We're getting there. But if he doesn't want one, you want to just set the case?
Yeah, I can go this with a warning.
So the officers were willing to give him a ticket only if he refused to see the supervisor. That's all you need to know about these tyrants.
What's your question, sir?
For him.
Yep.
Because he's the guy that approached me.
You want to step out or
you said that somebody gave you intel that I was a dealer and detectives followed me?
They gave me intel to stop a car, to identify you, and then also to sniff the car.
Who is these individuals that told you this? I have a right to know. My lawyer's going to want to know too.
Yeah, well, it'll be in a copy of our documentation.
But you're documenting me.
Everything is documented. It's
everything is documented.
Like this. So who are these people? Where they followed me from? You said they followed me. Where did they follow?
I don't have all that information. It was a really quick, brief conversation to catch up to your car and stop.
We're only provided certain information. We're only provided when they call him and they say, hey, this guy, we have information that may or may not have any sort of substance such as like drugs or anything like that may be in the vehicle. If there's a violation, such as your tag right there, if there's something,
I can stop you.
You can stop.
And I can get your information.
At that point, all the cops were in on the lie. In reality, they were cowards who were afraid of the man. They knew they had messed up, and it was game over for them.
Suspicion of having narcotics in
because I was going to let you go on a warning with the tag, and then that's why I asked you if you had any narcotics.
But why? Because I was black?
Has nothing to do with
that. Because black people always have drugs. It must be because black people always have drugs.
I had no idea what your race was until I got up to you, sir.
Okay, but when you got up to me, it seemed that there was a black man behind the wheel of this brand new Beamer.
It was already suspicious that there was potential drugs.
I just wanted
I'm going to sue the out there. Watch this.
On ticket? No. Yeah, you're not. Okay. So, this whole thing, I just wanted to ask you, do you still want a supervisor to come?
I want to get to my appointment like I was originally scheduled.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking right now. Okay. Would you still like to speak with our supervisor? If not, the officer's willing to let you go with a warning and let you go to your appointment. If you'd like to, our supervisor is here.
I don't want to meet your supervisor. I want to get to my appointment.
You don't want to meet him?
I want to get to my appointment.
That's just fine. Okay. So, like I said, this is nothing about race. This is nothing about any of that. We're giving information. He saw your tags, pulled you over for probable cause of that.
I just want to make that clear, okay?
Astonishingly, incidents like these happen daily, and people who are not aware of their rights just go along with it. Thanks to the CEO who understood his rights, these officers were taught a lesson that they will remember for the rest of their lives. Watching a rich black CEO humbling corrupt cops is amazing. But this next case is even better, where a drunk senior cop was caught before he almost killed someone.
Reached out for my lighter, slammed into his ass.
Cool.
No, not really.
Not really.
On January 1st, 2021, Corporal Scott Bertzik was driving on Newberry Road in Gainesville, Florida, when he crashed into a vehicle that had just started to move at a green traffic light. Officer Brooke Shutterly responded to the crash and was surprised to see her colleague at the scene.
So,
Yeah, reached out for my lighter, slammed into his ass.
Cool.
No, not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do an information
So he
exchange?
does. No, now I found it.
Okay. Well. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Your airbag went off. Your car.
Oh, no, absolutely. With that chick.
That sucks. Police Neil's off. He can come give you a ride. Do you want me to let him know you found the insurance and... Well, maybe you should not do that then.
Officer Brooke was clearly uncomfortable with what she had just witnessed, but she handled the situation well. But things weren't getting any better, and her patience was waning too.
Give me a second, because I'm going to call Priester and see if he needs me to do anything special since it's one of us.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Give me a minute. Sorry, Birdie. Hey, this crash, Birdie, so come work it? Okay. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've worked a crash with one of us in it, so. No, he's not on duty. He's in his POV. But I just didn't want there to be any, like, conflict of interest type issues. Alright, that was it. I just want to make sure. Alright, bye.
Is he really?
So, Birdie, you giving me some indicators?
Oh.
Listen.
Shit, woman.
Listen. Valdez is coming out just to... I'm not going to lie to you about it.
She's on her way?
Yeah, she's on her way. Because I'm not really comfortable with this whole thing at all. But I'm not going to lie to you about it.
Oh, no. I don't mean to put you in that Yep.
Just imagine how you would feel if one of your colleagues pulled something like this. It's a shame that he put his colleagues in that awkward position.
So, from now on, you know how it goes. You can't consume anything, okay? Because right now, you're being detained.
Wait, what?
I'm holding on to you because I have a supervisor coming to see if I need to do a full-fledged DUI investigation or not.
Attention all units, CPD channel 1 is clear 1033, all your personal information back on channel 1, 6.9 hours.
So please don't make my life difficult. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
And I apologize for putting you in that position.
Okay.
Are you on?
Yes. Yes, I am. And I'm going to remain on for...
Fair enough.
Because integrity.
Even though she was uneasy, the courageous officer faced the elephant in the room head on. She fearlessly addressed everything with the supervisor, leaving no stone unturned.
You know you can't smoke right now.
What?
You can't consume anything.
What?
Because if I'm going to do a DUI investigation, it impedes it, so you can't consume anything. Thank you. I'm sorry.
I am one.
I'm just waiting for Valdez to get here because I'm not going to do this without a supervisor here. And I know you understand why.
100%.
Officer Brooks should not have been the one apologizing there. It should have been the reckless officer. But instead of apologizing, he decided to light up a cigarette. What an absolute buffoon.
That person's life being up there.
I'm not going to say anything.
It's out there. I don't give a
I mean about this.
I'm not drunk. I'm pissed and I'm tired. Me. She did it all.
Not really.
After an uncomfortable wait, Officer Brooke was relieved when her supervisor arrived at the scene. Let's see what they have to say about Officer Brooke's actions.
She wants to do DUI, do it. Not going to put you in that spot, not going to put her in that spot.
723.
She made me aware of who it was.
Go ahead.
Well aware.
Okay.
Fair enough.
If we have any spare units,
I will
like you
never
up here at 600 West, I think it's
put anyone in that spot.
3 people from his crew that are...
She's absolutely 100% right in what she's doing.
That's 10-4 and identification.
I'm going to check your eyes. Please remove glasses if you wear them. Keep your head still and follow the stimulus. It's going to be the blue light at the end of this pen. Do not move your head.
Initially, the drunk officer agreed to do the DUI test, but then immediately after he started having second thoughts for obvious reasons.
Don't walk away. I'm not going to. But you know I gotta finish.
I can't demonstrate.
Yeah.
I don't have the fucking balance to demonstrate.
After failing the tests miserably, the officer was taken to the police department where he did something very strange.
I'm very sorry. They put you in this position. You have no idea.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. These clips are a reminder that body cams have become a crucial tool in holding officers accountable, ensuring that even those with a badge can't hide from the truth. What do you think of these cases? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed watching these moments of justice unfold, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more eye-opening content. This is Detective Mystery, signing off.